the gravity, it's the pull. Tracing the static on the bedroom wall. The city outside is a ghost of a place, while I'm lost in the lines of your beautiful face. Electric tension in the 3 a.m. air. I can feel your heartbeat everywhere. No need for words, no need for the light. We are the masters of the middle of the night, and the spark ignites. In the neon nights, a heavy attraction, a chemical bond, taking us into the great beyond. It's the magnetic midnight, pulling us in, where the soul ends and the senses begin. Deep house rhythm, so heavy flow, watching the heat of our spirits grow. Polarized hearts in the velvet space, finding our heaven in a quiet place. The world is a radio tuned to the noise, but here we have balance, here we have poise. Syncopated breathing in the dark blue haze, lost in the rhythm of the midnight maze. Every touch is a signal, every kiss is a beat, washing away the winter and the city heat. We are the architects of a private desire, burning with the cold and a digital fire. Attraction, reaction, positive charge, negative charge, nullify the world outside. Keep pulling, stay in the circle, magnetic. Tuning the dial to the heat of your skin. This is where the music and the magic begin. A 440, the pitch is so true. Everything I'm hearing is a version of you. The signal is steady, the signal is strong. We've been in the sequence for far too long, oscillating hearts in a wooden walled room. safe from the static and the heavy-duty gloom. It's the frequency of us, the perfect design, making the stars and the spirits align. Deep house vibration, a soul heavy state, opening the handle of the golden gate. Resonate with me, resonate with the beat. Turning the winter into liquid heat. Filter the sorrow and modulate the pain until only the purest of echoes remain. I'm a sine wave, you're a sawtooth spark, lighting up the corners of the electric dark. No digital errors, no binary lies, just the high definition of your beautiful lies. We are the architects of a rhythmic desire, burning with a cold and a digital fire. Sync it up, lock the phase, lost in the wires in the midnight haze. Locked in, transmission complete. Our frequency. The party is fading, the smoke is so thin. Watching where the light and the shadows begin. The sub-bass is a memory, a ghost in the floor, while we're standing together by the open door. The sky is a bruise of a violet and gold. The stories of the night have been finally told, but the way that you look in the first morning rain is enough to wash all the darkness away. It's an afterlife love, soft and so wide, nowhere for the secrets of the spirit to hide. Deep house transition, a morning time soul, letting the quiet just take total control. One last vibration, one last beat, before we disappear in the heat of the street. The city is waking, the engines are starting, but I'm not quite ready for the moment of parting. Hold on to the echo, hold on to the hum, wait for the Mixing mercury and magnets in a wooden room, waiting for the flowers of the signal to bloom. The smell of hot vacuum tubes and magnetic tape, designing a window for a rhythmic escape. I'm turning the dials like a secret lock, ignoring the hands of the grandfather clock. It's a dusty kind of magic, the vintage design, turning the noise into something divine. I am the analog alchemist, seeking the gold in the stories that the ancient oscillators told. A warm saturation, a flutter and a hiss. Nothing in the modern world feels quite like this. Go deep in the texture, go deep in the sound, where the secrets of the vibration are found. The voltage is drifting, the pitch is a dream, flowing like a river in a copper wire stream. I'm soldering the pieces of a broken heart into a beautiful and rhythmic work of art. Can you hear the electricity breathing in the amp, like the flickering light of a kerosene lamp? It's raw and it's heavy, it's honest and real, the only kind of frequency that I can still feel. Warm tape saturation and a flutter in the heart. This is where the real and the fantasy part. I'm wrapped in the velvet of your manual touch. I didn't think that feeling could mean this much. No plastic perfection, no digital ice, just a warm-blooded love at a beautiful price. Turning the knobs on the back of the soul, letting the imperfection take total control. It's an analog embrace, dusty and deep, secrets that the vintage oscillators keep. Take delay kisses, soft focus soul, making the broken parts finally whole. Go deep in the warmth, go deep in the hiss. Nothing in the world feels as good as this. The city is a blueprint, and I am the designer. I'm drawing lines along the edges of the dark, searching for a reason, searching for a spark, tracing the geometry of empty city blocks, ignoring the ticking of 1,000 different clocks. The skyscrapers are pillars of a dream I haven't had, a mathematical beauty that is driving me mad. I'm building a cathedral out of shadow and glass, watching all the blurry little silhouettes pass, and the walls start to breathe, and the pulse starts to heat. Calculate the rhythm, calculate the soul, let the symmetry take total control. I am the architecture of the midnight hour, building up a fortress of it with main power. Deep foundations in a subterranean space, tracing the coordinates of your hidden face. Deep house structure. Driving through the tunnel of a long-distance thought, counting all the lessons that the darkness has taught. The speedometer is broken, but the rhythm is true. Everything I'm running from is leading to you. White lines on the asphalt like a strobe in the rain, washing out the static, washing out the pain. I'm moving at the speed of a silent heartbeat, feeling the friction of the rubber and the heat at the velocity of silence. We finally collide, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. A high-speed meditation, a low-end flow, watching the world on the outside move so slow, going deeper than the needle on the dashboard scale, beyond the thin borders of the logic's veil. Mechanical pulses in the metal chest, putting all the logic to a rhythmic rest. I'm a clockwork dancer in the brass machine, moving through a world that is silver and green. Tick-tock, the kick drum never lies, underneath the copper of the morning skies. I'm winding up the spirit, I'm winding up the soul, letting the machinery take total control. It's a clockwork heart in a deep house cage, writing out the rhythm on a metallic page. Synchronized beauty, a rhythmic gear, grinding away the hesitation and fear. Turn the key and let the bassline spin. This is where the future and the past begin. The roof is made of diamonds and the walls are made of rain, a sanctuary built to wash away the pain. The choir is a synth pad, the organ is a bass. I can see the future on your holy colored face. We are congregating in the name of the light, in the middle of a cold and a lonely duty night. Step into the temple, leave your shoes at the door. The music is the only thing we're praying for. In the glass cathedral, the spirit is free. In the deep reflection of the you and the me. Deep house religion, a soul-heavy sound, where the lost and the found are finally bound. Build it higher, let the bassline grow. In the places where the silent spirits go. Love is a current, and I'm letting go. The ocean is heavy, but you make me feel light, sinking together in the middle of the night. Your touch is a ripple on a silver blue sea, washing away the rest of the world from me. I'm breathing the rhythm, I'm drinking the sound, in a place where the logic can never be found. We are two drops in a digital storm, keeping the center of the galaxy warm. It's a liquid heart beating in the deep, secrets of the water that we're gonna keep. A transparent love, so heavy, flow into the places where the sea flowers grow. Sinking down deeper, sinking so far, finding the light of a subterranean star. The tide is a melody, the salt is a kiss. Nothing in the world feels as honest as this. I can see your reflection in a wave of the bass, tracing the symmetry of your beautiful face. No need for a compass, dissolve into me, dissolve into the sound. No gravity here, just love found and profound.
Dust on the faders and a hiss in the air. I can feel the ghost of a frequency there. Magnetic tape spinning on a silver reel. I'm looking for a rhythm that I can actually feel. No digital perfection, just a warm delay, washing all the edges of the world away. I'm an analog explorer on a distant moon, tuning in the signal to a dusty tune. On the analog frontier we are free, in the warm vibrations of a rhythmic sea. Tape saturation, a soft focus soul. Let the imperfection take total control. Going deeper than the digital line, searching for a miracle that's truly mine. The warmth, the dust, in the machine we trust. Rising through the floors of a skyscraper sky, watching all the clouds and the birds fly by. Through the transparent walls I can see the world like a colorful ribbon finally uncurled. The higher we go, the thinner the air, leaving all the gravity of our despair. Every button is a chord, every floor is a beat, rising far above the noise of the street. In the glass elevator, we're going up high to the penthouse of the spirit in the middle of the sky. Deep house ascension, a panoramic view of everything old and everything new. Higher and deeper at the very same time, making the slow and the beautiful climb. The bass is a magnet and the floor is made of lead. I'm trying to remember what the silence said. I'm sinking through the layers of the heavy-duty sound until I'm 10 miles underneath the ground. The pressure is a comfort, the pressure is a friend, in a rhythmic story that will never end. I'm dancing in the shadow of a black hole sun, where the end of the music is only just begun. Under gravity shadow, we are finally free, in the deep vibrations of a rhythmic sea. Heavy duty beauty, soul heavyweight, opening the handle of the velvet gate. Sinking deeper, sinking down into the center, the subterranean town. The atoms are colliding in a rhythmic storm, keeping all the lonely people feeling so warm. I'm a satellite spinning in a silent void, looking for the pieces of the dreams I destroyed. But the kick drum is a hammer, the kick drum is a guide, keeping us together against every eye. Don't fight the pull, don't fight the force, just let the universe take its natural course. Zero G, massive density, the pull of the heart, the pull of the art. Drawing maps on the surface of a deep blue bay, where the colors of the ocean turn to silver and gray. Every current is a melody, every tide is a beat, moving like a shadow through the tropical heat. I'm the navigator of a liquid world, with the sails of the spirit finally unfurled, following the compass of a low-frequency hum, waiting for the blessing of the water to come. This liquid cartography, mapping the deep, promises to the horizon that I'm gonna keep floating on a synth wave, sinking in the soul. Let the heavy water take total control. Blue light, blue mood, blue state of mind, leaving all the dry land far behind. Far behind. There are core cathedrals and gardens of salt, where the movement of the time comes to a rhythmic halt. I can hear the sirens singing in the river tail, beyond the white foam of the ship's white veil. We are the inhabitants of in the infinite grid tonight, searching for a frequency that's burning bright. Deep house circuits, a heavy-duty flow, watching all the pixels in our spirit grow. Don't stop the sequence, don't stop the beat, until we find the rhythm where the souls all meet. Skyscrapers, towers of a massive drive, storing all the memories of being alive. I'm hacking through the shadows of the firewalls, listening to the echo in the hollow halls. Your voice is a signal that I'm trying to track through the static of the future in the velvet black. Are we real or are we just a perfect simulation, dancing in the static of a lost generation? One, possessing the soul, overloading the heart. The grid is alive, lost in the infinite grid tonight, searching for a frequency that's burning bright. Searching for a frequency that's burning bright. System overload. Into the grid. I'm drawing a map of the city's heart, where the neon ends and the shadows start. Tracing every alley, tracing every lane, in the syncopated rhythm of the falling rain. The subway is a vein and the traffic is the blood, moving through the city like a rhythmic flood. I'm looking for the center, I'm looking for the core. I've been walking down these streets for a year or more. It's midnight cartography, mapping the soul, watching the map of the night unfold. Deep house coordinates, a rhythmic plan, searching for the spirit of the modern man. Follow the needle, follow the groove, into the places where the shadows move. Skyscrapers and mountains on my paper map, avoiding every single little urban trap. I see the constellations in the office lights, beautiful and lonely on the winter nights. Every block is a verse, every street is a chord, a story of the city that we can't afford. But the music is free and the music is wide, with plenty of places for the heart to hide. Rows of dusty memories on a mahogany shelf. I'm looking for the chapter where I lost myself. The smell of old paper and electric light in the quietest corner of the middle of the night. I'm filing away all the whispers and sighs underneath the watch of the digital lies. Every record is a life, every sleeve is a soul, trying to make the broken parts finally whole. I'm the midnight library, keeping the ghost of the things that the daylight values the most. A deep house archive, a rhythmic history, unlocking the codes of the beautiful mystery. Listen to the bassline grow in the places where the silence stores. There's a volume on the table about the art of the groove and how a single note can make a mountain move. I'm reading between the lines of the static and smoke, remembering the words that we never quite spoke. The library is infinite, the hours are so long, but every single book is a part of the song. We are the authors of a long-distance dream, written in the flow of a steady state stream. Digging through the ruins of a cyber town where the neon-colored buildings have all fallen down. Finding bits of circuit board and pieces of glass, watching the ghosts of the commuters pass. I'm an archaeologist of the electric age, reading the graffiti on a concrete page. There's a rhythm in the rubble, a pulse in the rust, a heartbeat surviving in the digital dust. It's neon archaeology, deep in the dirt, searching for the beauty underneath the hurt. The tribal vibration in the metal machine, the purest kind of energy that I've ever seen. Kick the dust, let the bassline clear the way to the ruins of the artificial day. neon-colored buildings have all fallen down. Finding bits of circuit board and pieces of glass, pulsing underneath our feet. In the ruins, still dancing. Deep, so deep. So deep. Walking through the city in a purple gray rain, washing out the memory of the daily strain. But you're like a neon sign in my head, glowing with the things that we never quite said. Every window is a mirror, every street is a chord, a story of a love that we can't afford. But the rhythm is free and the rhythm is wide, with plenty of places for the lovers to hide. It's a neon devotion, burning in the dark, searching for a reason, searching for a spark. Deep house urbanism, a soul heavy street, feeling the concrete under our feet. Follow the bassline, follow the glow, where the secret flowers of the spirit grow. The traffic is a stream. We are the inhabitants of a long distance dream. I see a silhouette in a taxi cab glass, watching the ghosts of the millennium pass. Stop the clock, let the morning arrive. This is what it feels like to be really alive. In the heart of the metal, in the heart of the stone, we found a sanctuary of our very own. The city is loud, but you are the soul in the back of the crowd. Where we miles on the digital clock, searching for the key to a secret lock. Your hand on the leather, my eyes on the road, carrying a heavy and a beautiful load. The streetlights are passing like a strobe in the rain, washing out the memory of the daily strain. I see your reflection in the side view glass, watching the ghosts of the city pass. We got the neon fever, burning so bright, driving through the veins of the velvet night. A high-speed romance, slow and groove. This is the only way we know how to move. Deep in the fast lane, deep in the blue. Everything I'm seeking is sitting by you, by you, The skyline is glowing like a motherboard, playing a melody we can't afford. But the tank is full and the music is loud, hidden in the shadow of a purple cloud. Don't ask the distance, don't ask the time. Falling in love is a rhythmic crime. Just follow the markers, just follow the beat, until the horizon and the sunrise meet. No brakes, no limits, just the velocity of us. Ooh, 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 hey. Ooh, ooh, cruising, don't stop the car. Neon fever, deep, 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 deep. Oh, so deep. Lost in a maze made of mirrors and light, looking for you in the middle of the night. Every corner I turn is a rhythmic surprise, reflecting the beauty of your digital eyes. Transparent walls and a floor made of air. I can feel your presence, but you're not really there. It's a complicated game, it's a dark design, and I'm trying to make our frequencies align. In the glass labyrinth, we're searching for home, underneath the curve of the purple gray dome. Deep house echoes, a soul heavy maze, lost in the rhythm of the midnight haze. Follow the bassline, follow the spark, Driving through a tunnel at 110. I don't think I'm ever coming back again. The lights are a blur of a purple and white. I'm the only pilot in the middle of the night. The engine is a mantra, the road is a dream, flowing like a river in a steady state stream. I'm moving so fast that the world goes still. At the very top of the rhythmic hill, it's the velocity of silence, a high-speed flow. Watching the shadows of the city grow. Deep house motion, a so heavy drive. This is what it feels like to be really alive. Don't look back, just look at the line. Everything is moving in a perfect design. Dashboard is glowing like a digital shrine, while I'm crossing over every yellow colored line. I'm searching for a frequency that no one can find inside the laboratory of a high-speed mind. The wind in the window is a low-pass sweep, while the rest of the galaxy is falling asleep. I'm the navigator of a dark blue lane, washing out the static and the ghost of pain. Faster than light, darker than night. Keep moving, keep proving. We build it up, block by block. Drafting lines on a blueprint made of starlight and smoke. Words are just shadows, the best ones we never even spoke. I'm walking through corridors of glass and polished steel, trying to decide which part of this is actually real. The ceiling is infinite, the floor is a dark blue lake. One wrong vibration is all it would ever take to shatter the pillars of the sanctuary I've designed inside the quiet laboratory of a restless mind. And the walls start to breathe, and the pulse starts to heave. Geometric patterns in the smoke of the night, chasing the edges of the artificial light. It's the architecture of dreams, cathedral of sound, lifting the heavy soul off the cold hard ground. Deep foundations in the subterranean space, tracing the symmetry of your hidden face. Build it higher, let the bassline take the weight before the morning arrives and opens up the gate. wire, burning with the coldness of a digital fire. We are the inhabitants of a structure so vast, built to survive the future and bury the past. Structure, form, balance, the quiet before the storm. It's the architecture of dreams, cathedral of sound, lifting the heavy soul off the cold hard ground. The blueprints are fading, the lights are going dim, deep, so deep, so deep. Orbiting your heart in a vacuum of sound. I'm 1,000 miles off the solid ground. My sensors are picking up a signal of grace from the dark side of your celestial face. I'm a satellite lover on a one-way flight, chasing your shadow through the permanent night. The radiation is warm and the gravity is strong. This is the orbit where I truly belong. We are the satellite lovers drifting in space, searching for the memory of a human face. Deep house cosmos, a so heavy track. Once you go this far, you're never coming back. Transmission received, the frequency is pure. The rhythm is the medicine, the rhythm is the cure. The Milky Way is a river of chords, speaking a language that has no words. I can see the earth like a small blue dot, while I'm tied to the rhythm in a silver knot. Don't worry about the oxygen, don't worry about the cold. We got a story that has never been told. In the vacuum of the night, in the pulse of the star, I love you exactly for who you are. Signal fading, still orbiting, deep space love. Deep. the stars with a natural ease. My antenna is searching for a sign of your life, cutting through the vacuum like a silver knife. I can hear you pulsing from a billion miles across the dark Atlantic of the cosmic isles. A long distance rhythm, a telepathic beat, turning all the stardust into liquid heat. It's a satellite heartbeat calling through space, searching for the memory of your human face. Orbit in the deep house, orbit in the light, a lonely constellation in the middle of the night. Transmission received, the signal is strong. This is the frequency where we belong. Of the universe are yet to be told. I'm drafting out a palace made of smoking glass, watching all the blurry little shadows pass. Every room is a memory, every hall is a sight, underneath the purple of a digital sky. I'm placing the pillars of a rhythmic thought, using all the lessons that the midnight taught. It's a complicated structure, it's a dark design, and I'm trying to make the symmetry align. I am the architect of dreams tonight, building up a fortress out of rhythm and light. Deep house foundations, a soul heavy floor, open the handle of a secret door. Build it higher, let the bassline flow into the spaces where the secrets grow, 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 grow. The windows are reflections of the life we led before we left the city for the paths we tread. I'm pouring the liquid of a silver synth inside the cold beauty of the labyrinth. One more level, one more beat, rising far above the noise of the street. If the building shatters, if the building falls, we will still be dancing in these hollow walls. house is so still. We're standing together on the edge of the hill. The valley below is a carpet of light, but you are the only one shining tonight. I'm wrapped in the velvet of your soft embrace, ignoring the movement of the time and the space. The air is like silk and the mood is like wine. Everything is perfect, everything is fine in the velvet.